My name is Christopher. I have HSV2 down here, and this is a disclaimer. This is not medical advice. If you want less information, talk to a doctor. Okay, this is the number one tip I can give you when it comes to herpes in general and being bulletproof against the stigma, bulletproof against judgment, and that is figure out how you feel about yourself. Now, of course, when you first get diagnosed, just like me, I was scared and overwhelmed and shocked and denial and anger and frustration. I was going to be single forever and no one's going to touch me ever and I'm going to be alone and no one's going to accept me and how do I have sex again? And if I ever have sex, I'm going to pass it on and all of these things. And that's okay. That's normal, or at least it shouldn't be normal, but it's what we all feel, and it's what I felt. And I don't feel like that now, and I'm gonna try to tell you guys how you can not feel like that. And the number one tip is to figure out how you feel about yourself inside. So whether that comes from researching the virus, researching the stigma, researching whether or not you should believe in the stigma, or researching like self-acceptance and different ways to accept this and be okay with yourself. That's what you need to do. And I say this because the way I feel now, very rarely will anyone's judgment or perception or rejection or words actually affect how I feel about myself. Now, society might say, you're dirty now, you made a mistake, you slept around, you just nonsense like that. And for most of the cases, when it comes to people, all of those things are probably a lie. And if you in your head believe lies that go against your own true belief, then that's an issue. So me, for example, what is sleeping around? I slept with 4 people and got it. There's people who sleep with hundreds of people and never get it. Herpes doesn't really discriminate. Sorry, genital herpes doesn't really discriminate because everyone with a cold sore has herpes. Newsflash. But that's besides the point. Genital herpes doesn't discriminate ethnicity, body count, religion, gender, other genders. It doesn't really care who you are. It just cares that you're human. And this is why it doesn't make any sense to believe someone else's perception of you. So me, I know I didn't necessarily make a mistake because how was I supposed to know? Maybe the person I got it from didn't even know. So that doesn't really bother me. Sleeping around. Sleep around if you want. You may sleep around and not get herpes. You may sleep around and get herpes. What even is sleeping around? You got to question beliefs as well. Is sleeping around dating? How do you date people without really sleeping around? Who knows? And guys out there and girls out there, if you're able to get many partners at the same time, hats off to you. Live your best life. But as far as I'm concerned, I didn't really sleep around. So no one's opinion of that can actually impact me. Next thing, does herpes make you dirty? Why does it make you dirty? I mean, I shower daily. I thought I keep clean. You know, I thought I make good choices for myself. I don't know how it makes someone dirty. So it doesn't really affect me in that way. So another topic would be like, am I going to be single forever? Or is this going to hold me back? You won't actually know until you try. So I thought at the beginning, I'm going to be single forever. How am I going to disclose? What are people going to think? And I realized that the only way to either see if this is true or see if this is false is to try. So I disclosed. I built up some courage. I disclosed to the first person, and the first disclosure was successful. Ended up having a relationship with them. They didn't contract herpes. And this in itself reinforced not only some confidence in me, but also the fact that, hey, my sex life and my dating life is not necessarily that different than it was before. You can date, disclose, get accepted, have sex, and ensure the person themselves that you disclose to doesn't necessarily contract it. So, is life any different than it was before? Not necessarily, but you only know after you try. So please try. Don't be someone who gets it and never actually goes back in the dating world because you're scared of rejection or scared of what might happen. Isn't it? What's fear? I don't even know what it is. False evidence appearing real? Don't worry. You can't know unless you try. And if you're scared of rejection for your whole life, you're automatically going to be single because you never tried. But yes. So the whole point of this is like figure out how you feel inside. Do you feel dirty? Do you feel ashamed? Do you feel like you made a mistake? Do you feel like you're going to be single forever? If all of those things don't actually make sense to you and you have your own internal opinion of yourself, like you're worthy and you're strong and you're not going to be single forever and you didn't make a mistake and these things just happen, then anyone's judgment is never going to impact you, and thus rejection or words or judgment or rumors are not going to affect you. Now, this is hard to do, but I truly believe the number one tip is like, once you fully accept this, you are then bulletproof and you can just go forward with your life. I think that some people always stay in like this wishy-washy gray area where they don't fully have a good acceptance, or they don't have a full understanding of how they feel about themselves. So people's opinions will sometimes dictate how they feel, and that's not good. You need to figure out how you feel, and then no one else can change how you feel about yourself. Anyways, not sure if this helped. Hopefully it spurred some ideas. More videos coming soon. Love you, miss you, hope you're doing well. Extra help in the description box. Bye guys.